investments, in investing. I don't know about you if you have investments. When I invest in something, I'm checking it regularly, right? I'm checking it. And here's what I'm not checking. I'm not really calculating how much I put in it, how much I invested in it, as much as I'm calculating how much it's grown since I invested in it, right? I'm looking at what I invested in. We are interested in what we've invested in. You're interested in what you've invested in. And I want to know how it's going because I'm interested in what I invest in. And so are you. You didn't know that. Maybe you didn't know that until right now. You're interested in what you have invested in. I wrote down a list. I was just in a colored pencil, man, nothing formal. How do we invest in our church? I know right off the bat you're thinking giving, tithing. Yes, your money, it does make a difference. You are supposed to give, but your giving's not really an investment. It's as much as it's an obedience to God if you're a Christian. But if you like what your church is doing, then obviously it is an investment because you want to see your church do more of whatever it's doing, and your giving makes that possible. I'm amazed at how many people believe that their life is better because of the hour and a half they spend in their church every week, but yet they don't invite people to it. Invite them to your church. Tell them you'll meet them there. Tell them you'll sit with them. Tell them you'll go with them to church. Mo, don't tear up that sign. Don't tear up that. Serve. Look, he's about to tear up this sign. This is a sign. I got a big party coming up for the Revive Church Dream Team, baby. Check it out. Woo, we're going to celebrate. Figure out a way to sign up and serve on Sundays so that your church can create an environment that is the best thing for people. If you're already serving, you're already giving, inviting people to come to your church. Maybe you know somebody that comes to your church and has been coming for a while. Invite them to serve. It's an investment. We invest in our church, and we want to grow. Let me be very honest with you. We want our small groups to grow. This is where healthy relationships are studying God's Word together. They're doing life together because we believe life is better together. At our church, we do something in the outreach circle called Love Large. 41 Love Large events are on the calendar for the first quarter of 2019. That's a big deal. But guess what? That's not enough. I want to see 400 Love Large events, but it's going to take more investments into the church to have 400, right? But you know what else we'll see grow? The biggest thing, the one thing that matters, one that matters the most, the biggest thing that we count at Revive Church, we want to see people say yes to Jesus. Salvations. We want to see people turn their life around and away from their way and turn it toward God's way. We want to see people give their life to Jesus and surrender their life to Jesus. But that only happens when we invest. I was thinking, what are we interested in? What are you interested in? What are you invested in? Because we are interested in what we invest. We only invest in what we are interested in. So my question to you is this: are you faithful? Are you willing to invest in your church? Are you willing right now, this day, today, this week, every week, to invite people to your church? Are you willing to invite people to serve with you at your church? Are you willing to invest financially and give above your tithe, above what God called you to give, to invest in your church because you were interested in what your church is creating, the atmosphere, the environment, the outcome of your church? And I had this thought. Here's the deal. If you love your church and you believe that your church is the best church on the planet, and you should believe that about your church. I believe that about my church. And if I weren't leading this church, I'd be going to a church that I believe was the best church on the planet. And I believe I'd go to Revive Church even if I wasn't leading it. I just believe it. But if I believe this is the best church on the planet, and that my week, the hour and a half or 3 hours, however long I spend at my church, is the best time spent of my entire week, then here's what I gotta ask. I gotta ask a question. Why would I not invite people? There's only a few reasons. One is, I don't love people. Well, that's a problem. You need to love people. People are awesome. They're weird, they're different, they're hard to get along with sometimes, they're challenging, but people are awesome, and you should love them. Number two, I don't love my church as much as I say I love my church. Invite people to your church. Invite people at your church to begin serving with you. Invite yourself to serve at church, right? Invest in making a difference. Invest in what's interesting you and watch it grow. Watch more people get connected in relationships. Watch your community be changed, impacted in a way you never thought. I asked our staff and our leadership team in January that if they thought we could double our church by the end of this year. big goals. Well, let me be honest. I won't do it unless people get interested in the outcome we're producing at our church, which is love large, community outreach like crazy, healthy relationships like crazy, people surrendering their life to Jesus. Over a dozen people have surrendered their life to Jesus this year alone. We could double all of that if more people would get interested in investing in our church.